Greetings. Today I want to recap our lesson on glossing. So I need to make this point very clearly. ASL cannot be written. There is way too much going on for us to record everything on paper. What the sign looks like, how it moves, the non-manual signals, the use of space, all of those things. So that means when deaf people read and write, they do so in English. Now, the general definition of a gloss is an interlinear translation. So let me give you an example of what that looks like. This is a chunk of text from Don Quixote. You can see the Spanish here, this part, kind of the brown text is in Spanish. And then an English translation of that same portion is here. And so there it goes between the lines, like one paragraph of Spanish and then that same paragraph in English, so you can compare them. But a better definition is that gloss is a writing system. It's a system or a code like Morse code or semaphore or something that uses, but we're using English words to represent ASL. But our best definition, in a fundamental sense, it's writing down what signs you would use and in what order. Borrowing words from English to write down exactly what you sign. This is a tool used by those who study the language, but not by deaf people. Now, a fish looks beautiful swimming through the water, but awkward when he's on land. ASL is the same with paper. It was meant to be signed, not in print or spoken. So as much as you can, you need to sort out word order with your hands first. So write down exactly what you signed. So that means you need to sign it first. You're going to write your gloss above the English. There's a reason why we do this that we'll get to later. And last but not least, use capital letters. If you went back to that Don Quixote example I gave you, you'll notice that they changed the background color and the text color when they switched languages, because that isn't always convenient for us. We don't always have a different color pen or a different kind of paper or whatever. So caps is an easy way for us when typing or when writing. All right, so you're going to sign the sentence in ASL, and then you're going to watch what you sign, and you're going to choose one word that best represents each sign. Now, a lot of people have this bad habit. They just see the text and they just start writing, but it's really better to sign it first. Even if you don't know all of the words, just sign the ones you can and kind of figure out which ones are missing, because otherwise you're going to copy all of those words that we sent back to H-Hall, that we said, hey, that's part of English, we don't need that word. So you need to only write down what you would sign. For Deixis, we're going to use IX, and then we're going to talk about what we're pointing to. So if it said he in the English, we're never going to write he in a gloss because the word he doesn't have a sign. So instead, we're going to point to the boy. Or if it's a place, we're going to point to that direction. Possessive works exactly the same way, except we're going to say POSS instead of IX to remind us to use a flat hand. Finger spelling begins with an FS. If we have more than one word that's needed to represent a sign, we're going to hyphenate the words. So help me is one sign. See you later is one sign, even though it takes multiple words in English. Sometimes the opposite is true. Sometimes it takes us two signs to make one English word, like teacher is teach plus person. So we're going to use a plus symbol to add those together. Now that we've reviewed the rules a little bit, I want to go over the homework that we did previously. Now, this looks a little different than you did it on Canvas, but that's okay. These are the same sentences. It's just on a piece of paper instead. So as we gloss, we need to remember our ASL sentence structure. And that's time, topic, and comment. So that's what we're focusing on right now. Time goes first. So when does this take place? Topic, what is the sentence about? And then comment, why do we care? Why are we talking about it? So often I would highly recommend when you get a piece of paper or any glossing assignment, you write this at the top of your page or on a scrap paper somewhere near where you're working so that you can remind it, or get one of those, like an actual sticky note, write it on a monitor, write it on a sticky note, stick it to your monitor as you're doing this homework so you can keep track of it. This can be really handy just as a reference point to put there at the top of the page. Another trick that might help as you're first learning to do this is to label the parts of the sentence. So what you might do while you're working on it, instead of just identifying the time, so when you identify it, put a circle around it. This is the time on the sentence. And then, okay, what's my topic? Oh, okay, this is what the sentence is about, so I'm going to put a box around that. And then my comment, why do we care? I'm going to underline that part. All right? So now let's do that with this first sentence. I want to go to Wendy's tomorrow. What's our time? The time is tomorrow, so I'm going to circle it. And my topic is Wendy's, the restaurant. And then the comment, why are we talking about it? Why did you bring it up? I want to go. All right. Now, this is not gloss. This is just a little crutch that's going to help us stay organized. Now, I'm going to write it out above the English, all in caps, in this order, and I'm only going to write down the signs I'm going to use. So, tomorrow. And then Wendy's, what am I going to do with Wendy's? It's the name of a restaurant. It's a proper name, so I'm going to finger spell it. So FS, and then Wendy's. I want go. Now, what happened to the twos? I don't need them. Remember, those are words that we sent back to English class because we don't need them in ASL. All right, the next sentence. My birthday is in December. So what's the time in this sentence? December. So I'm going to put a circle around it. The topic is my birthday. And the comment, there isn't one. Okay? So December is my birthday. That's all we need. So it's not going to have a comment. And that's okay. Whoops, that needs a box instead of an underline. So when I think about how do I sign the word December, December doesn't have a sign. Instead, I finger spell an abbreviation of it, right? So FSDEC, it's my time. And then my topic, my birthday. Now, for my, you can just use the word like that. If I wanted to get really fancy, I could have done this and said it's possessive and it's mine, just to remind me how to do that. All right, my mom likes white cats and black cars. Now, this one's pretty straightforward. There's not a lot of difference between the ASL and the English on this one. Even if, and here's the thing about glossing, even if you don't know the sign for mom, you can still like just kind of skip it when you sign it, but still think about it. Like, okay, here's where that word would go, even if I don't know what it looks like. All right, I don't want pizza right now. My time is now. My topic is pizza. The comment, I don't want to eat it. So now I'm just going to copy it in that order. So copy it, go look up here to see what order I copied it in. Time, topic, we know the sign pizza, and then I don't want. Oh, wait, that's only one sign, right? The word don't want. So I'm going to hyphenate it because that's 3 words in English, do not want. but it's only one sign. So it has a hyphen, and then eat. And the last one, my favorite holiday is Halloween. Now, there's two ways you can look at it. Maybe Halloween's the time. Because we're talking about holidays, that's probably the topic. If it was last Halloween we went trick-or-treating, then it would definitely be the time. But here, it's probably our topic. And then the comment is my favorite holiday. This one doesn't have a time. So you'll always have a topic. You might not have a time, you might not have a comment, but you will always have a topic. Now that we've had a chance to go through that, hopefully when you try the next one, it'll be a little easier. We're going to have a variety of different kinds of sentences. You're going to gloss from a video. You're going to rearrange like you did with these sentences in the first one, and then you're going to try and gloss the new ones. Good luck and happy signing.